Wherever more as we're here to learn our language, and it is a very important thing in a person's life to find a pathway back to their cultural identity if they missed that as they were growing up. Na-abata na TikTok na YouTube, ọ dị mkpa ka unu nyere anyị aka kwalite nkụzi a. MD Boy TZ daalụkwa. Taa isiokwu nke anyị ji bụ nke gbara ọkpụrụkpụ. Isiokwu a metụtara ka esi asụ na ka esi ede. O metụtara ndị na-amụ Igbo ka esi asụ, metụta ndị na-akụzi Igbo, metụta ma ụmụ akwụkwọ ma ndị nkụzi. Isiokwu a gbara ọkpụrụkpụ. It is an important topic in Igbo grammar. It touches the basic aspect of the language. It also touches the advanced level of the language. So that is why a group of teachers that works with us called for this topic to be discussed. And I thought it wise that we should discuss it. All right. Ana m anabata unu, ana m anabata mmadụ niile. Okay. Daalụnụ. Ị bụrụ nwa afọ Igbo, aha gị iji nọrọ na klaasị a na TikTok maọbụ YouTube abụghị aha Igbo. Mee ka anyị mara aha Igbo gị. It is very good when we know that you bear an Igbo name. All right. Please join those that are spreading likes and love for this class. Let's improve the algorithm. The activities we are here to do is very, very, very important. A lot of people that should be here that have not joined, the class is still very empty. So we need to remind them immediately. Ịmara ndị kwesịrị nọ na class ha nọ ebe a, biko chetara ha. Let them come here. Last week we had an important conversation we think we need to sustain and put into practice as we go on. Yeah. Please let's join in promoting the class. Join in promoting the class. Let's join. Go ahead and tap. Go ahead and tap. All right. Those that have not joined, in the survey, Ebuka Kedo, Dalo, unu soro n'ihe a na-eme. Ịbụrụ nwa afọ Igbo, food safety prof. That's a wonderful name, food safety prof. Ndewo, ekelekwa m gị. All right. Ọtụtụ ihe bụ nke anyị na-amụta na klaasị a. Meenụ ka ndị kwesịrị ịnọ ebe a bata, meenụ ka ha mara. Nwada success, ndewo. Let's spread the word. I'm starting now. All right, guess everything is said. All right. Ndị YouTube and TikTok, yeah, I think we need to go ahead and spread the word. Ejiofor Choma ndewo. No. Ibiala dalo. All right, Jack, I see you. Okay, ụbọchị taa bụ abalị gịnị? Abalị 13. Okay, abalị 13 nke ọnwa anọ n'afọ 2026. Onyia Law, ndewo. anyị na-ebido site na ide ụbọchị, ihe ụbọchị bụ n'Igbo. We start by writing the date. Daniel Digital, ana m ahụ unu na-abata unu na-akọwatụrụ anyị onye unu bụ onye alọ kedu ebe isi soro anyị. Daniel Digital, kedu ebe isi, kedu ebe ị nọ. All right, we start by writing the date in Igbo. Okay. All right. Enugu State, onye alọ, ndewo. No, ama m na nke a bụ nke mbụ ị na-esonye anyị na ihe ọmụmụ anyị na-eme ebe a kwa izu ụbọchị Mọnde niile. Elekere anya, I guess is elekere anya isi nke Nigeria. All right. Taa bụ, ka anyị lee ihe ụbọchị taa bụ. Ụbọchị taa bụ abalị iri na atọ n'ọnwa anọ n'afọ puku abụọ iri, how do I write this? Iri abụọ na isii. Okay, that's how we write dates. Anya fulugo, ndewo, anya fulugo, ya dịrị gị na mma. Winnie Gag and Civic, CYB Vic. Unu na-abata na-emetrụ na ya aka na akara ịhụnanya na metro na ya aka. Unu mara ụmụafọ Igbo kwesịrị nọ na nkuzi nke ụbọchị taa ma ha anọghị ebe a, biko kesara ha nkuzi nke ụbọchị taa. Anyị ebidola, anyị anaghị egbu oge. Ị na-abata, tap on the like screen for us. If you have gifts, it's up to you. East Handmade, share the live. Let's improve the algorithm for better viewership. Anyị na-anọ ebe a ụbọchị Monday niile. Every Monday we are here to learn. East Handmade, kedu, ndewo. Chinedu Devin Clark, kedu ebe isa esonye anyị. Where are you joining from? Please let us know. Kedu ebe isi, let us know. Bụrụ nwa afọ Igbo. East Handmade, gịnị bụ aha Igbo gị? Aha Igbo gị ọ gịnị? Chinedu, I emailed about the class online, no email back. Chinedu, your email may have gone into spam. Chinedu, you are from the US, thank you. One Moko, Jamaica. All right, Chinedu, sorry for the miscommunication. I am going to check your email. Can you please let me know the email you emailed to? Is it info@omenka app or info@i-hav.org? Let me know which email you wrote to, okay? Right. Anyị na-anabata unu niile. Anyị ebidola site n'ide ihe ụbọchị taa bụ. We have started by writing what today's date is. That's how we write it in Igbo. Abalị iri na atọ mmadụ niile n'ọnwa anọ mmadụ niile n'afọ puku abụọ iri abụọ na isii. Abalị iri na atọ n'ọnwa anọ. Info@omenka app. Okay. All right. We did not get your email. I'm going to check it out and see if you went to spam, okay? And then as soon as we find that, we will reply you. Sorry about that. Right. Abalị iri na atọ n'ọnwa anọ n'afọ puku abụọ iri abụọ na isii. That is how we will say today's date. Marcella Okonkwo, kedu kerebisi esonyai. Where are you joining from? Please go ahead and keep tapping on the screen for us. Improve the algorithm, the the viewership and the presence of this class. This is a very important thing, as many people have testified what they are learning in this class. So we're here every Monday. The class is brought to you by Omenka app. And for those of you who were having problems downloading Omenka app on iOS last week, the problem has been fixed as promised. You can now download the app on iOS as well. The app is available as additional resource for the learning of Igbo language. And one of the most important sections on the app that will help you so much is the word search. The word search. Omalevi, Dalu, what is your Igbo name? Kedu aha Igbo gi? Marcella, ndewo. Marcella, Keribiso Asonye, where are you joining us from? All right, let us know. As you do that, please join in tapping on the screen to improve the algorithm of this class. Ọ dị anyị mkpa ka ọtụtụ ụmụafọ Igbo mara na anyị na-anọ ebe a ụbọchị Mọnde niile, elekere mbụ nke ọwụwa anyanwụ Amerịka, nke bụ elekere 6 nke oge Nigeria ugbu a. 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Nigerian time. That's what we do here. So I was talking about the Omenka app resource. So when you get it, thank you, Oma Levi. When you get the Omenka app, head straight to the word section and the word search. It will help you to see lots of thousands of Igbo words, their pronunciation. Thank you. Their pronunciations. And the other section will be the proverb. For those of you that are new to this class and new to the app has audio, and the audio is something that helps everybody. And you cannot give excuse that you don't know how to pronounce this Igbo word. It is going to give you exact pronunciation that you need. And as well, for those that are new to this class, we teach standard Igbo here. The reason is because that is the Igbo that connects all Igbo people. Marcella ino obodo Bini dewo adregenama amamnanka bugembu isonya ina class ya oga masaike ina isonabia na-enye aka n'ihe a na-eme ịkwalite na ichekwa asụsụ na omenala Igbo, nke bụ ihe dị anyị mkpa karịchasịa ihe niile a na-eme na ndụ anyị n'ụbọchị taa. Theophilus, you are welcome. Dalo. All right. So this is a class brought to you by Omenka app, and this is under the project we call Igbo Literacy Project. And this project is aimed at educating Igbo people on their own language. So many young Igbo people, so many young Igbo people are not literate in Igbo language. So you see, I'm speaking English. That is because people who come to this class regularly are people who may not follow my class if I speak all through Igbo, if I use Igbo to teach. But we are getting there gradually. But it is important. There are still millions of Igbo people, young and old, who are living their lives outside of Igbo land, who are living their lives overseas, who have very little knowledge about their language, and that, by extension, very little knowledge about their culture. I na-ekwu na Igbo na-anwụ anwụ, ọ dị ụfọdụ ndị mmadụ ga-asị na anyị na-akọ ajambele, nke bụ eziokwu bụ na enweghị ajambele nọ na ya. Ị ga-eji onwe gị mara, ọ bụrụ na ị bụ nwa afọ Igbo, ị maara asụ Igbo, ị na-asụ Igbo nke ọma, ị ma asụ. Ị bụrụ nwa afọ Igbo, ị maara ede Igbo, ị na-ede Igbo nke ọma, bido n'onwe gị gụọ nke mbụ, n'ihi na asị na asị mbe gụọ ọnụọgụgụ, ya ebido n'onwe ya, gụọ onwe ya, gụọ nwunye ya, ala nwunye ya, gụọ nwa evulakọ bụ nwa ya nwoke, ọ gụọla mmadụ atọ. Nwanyị amaka, kedu nwanyị amaka n'eziokwu, kedu ebe isi esonye anyị? Ọ dị anyị mma na isonyere anyị taa. Ama m na nke a bụ nke mbụ ị na-esonye na nkụzi anyị na-eme ebe a kwa Mọnde niile mgbe ọ kụrụ elekere 6 nke oge Naijiria ma ọ bụ elekere mbụ nke ọwụwa anyanwụ Amerịka. Ndewo, mee ka anyị mere ebe isi esonyere anyị nwaanyị amaka. Ama m na ịmaka ị bụghị ndị a na-akpọ ọchaka ọmaka. enwere ndị bụ ọchaka ọmaka. All right, Eric Nelson 5580, kedu, daalụ, ịbịala? No. Right, so we teach standard Igbo. As much as colloquial is concerned, we try to speak the central. For those that are learning or got exposed to their dialect only, and maybe because your dialect is prominent in Igbo land, you are not very familiar with the standard Igbo, it's important you also engage in learning the standard, because if you go to WAEC, JAM, those that are writing exams Igbo in school, that's what is set for them. The standard, the Igbo that is being set for them is based on the standard and not any dialect. So that is why it is important. It is the Igbo version, the version of Igbo that creates what we call mutual intelligibility. And that is very, very important. All right. The kind of video ụbọchị taa, isiokwu anyị ji n'aka bụ nke a na-akpọ Nsokwunye na Mgbakwunye. Na Igbo, ọ bụ nke enwere ike ịkpọ clitics and affixes. Right, clitics and affixes. Enwere onye hụrụ akwụkwọ mgbasa ozi bụ flyer nke anyị wepụtara tinye na ịntanet. O wee zitere anyị ozi wee jụọ sị na ya chekwa na Nsokwunye bụ in clitics. Msi ya anyị ga-achọpụta ma ịbịa na nkụzi nke ụbọchị taa na ya che na Nsokwunye bụ nke a na-akpọ in clitics. Ihe onye ahụ jụrụ bụ eziokwu, mana eziokwu ọ bụ o so bụrụ eziokwu, ọ bụcha eziokwu niile. Ọkịrịka Lorax, what does pụtara mean? Pụtara means pụtara. All right, Ọkịrịka Lorax, where are you joining from? Your Ọkịrịka sounds Igbo. I believe you are Nwafọ Igbo. Where are you joining from and what is your real Igbo name? Pụtara means. Usekwu Foods has answered you that. Okay. All right. Let's invite people. Let's remind those that are supposed to be here. A lot of people are joining late today. The class is supposed to be half full at this time. All right. Uchembu na Igbo onye Igbo. Mana, you are joining from NYC. Kedu aha Igbo gị? Do you understand Igbo at all? What is your level of knowledge of Igbo? People like you are the people for whom we are doing the class. Okay? Nlota Chika. Is it one name or two names? Okrika Lorax. Okay. In Abalekwa, I got I'm small. That's a good one. All right. One name, Nlota Chika. Anyway, it's a new name, and it will be good if you share the meaning of your name with us if you know the meaning, because it sounds ambiguous now, especially it doesn't have the tone mark and it doesn't have the diacritic. So I don't know whether it's in Lota Mobo Nlota. Okay, it's one of those newer names we are seeing. Igbo people are naming Nlotachi or Nlotachi. Remembering God is great. Nlotachika. Okay. All right. I thought as much. Ndewo. I don't know if you are a male or female. Ndewo or one name. All right. You are welcome. I neba Ubochi Monday Nile 1 p.m. Eastern Time. We're here doing Igbo. We're here digging deep into Igbo language and culture. We're here to help people like you, Nlotachi, to reconnect. Beverly Nlemchi Kedo Ebisi Esonye Ndewo. As you're joining, please help tap on the screen to improve the algorithm of this class. Today, people are late. The class is not full. Let's bring people in here, please. Beverly Lemchi, you are from Houston. Ndewo in Anokwa Igbo. Onwere nke na Soto. Ndị dị ka gị ka iji nọrọ ebe a. Ama m na ịbụ nwa afọ Igbo na-eto na Houston. Ihe a anyị na-eme bụ maka gịnwa na ụmụnne anyị niile. You understand only. Right. Ndewo Nlotachi. While you are joining, okay, you see the problem. Beverly responds only in English when Igbo is spoken to her. Nwafi Igbo na California, all my leave. I asked for your Igbo name. You didn't respond to that. All my leave. Let us know your Igbo name, okay? Right. Lots of you, hundreds of thousands of you, Choma, Ndewo, no. Anyị dị ọtụtụ bụ ụmụafọ Igbo na-eto na mba. Anyị dị ọtụtụ bụ ụmụafọ Igbo ndị ụmụ ha na-eto na mba. Anyị dịkwa ọtụtụ bụ ụmụafọ Igbo ndị nna ha na nne ha akụziri ya Igbo, enyere ya aka ka ha mụta Igbo mgbe ha na-eto. Izu gara aga, we had a conversation here. People aired out, people talked, and everything was pointing to the parents. Parents did not do well. That's what we have concluded in this class. Our parents did not do well. Our parents who took us away from Igbo land for very good reasons, to help us get a better education, a better upbringing, a better experience of the world. They did wonderfully well in that. But you know where they failed? They failed in reconnecting us or getting us enculturated. I think that's the right word. Our parents failed woefully in enculturating us. And this is the problem we're having. Most of us that are coming to this class every week are half Igbo by experience, by their performance. You are 100% Igbo. Not being able to speak Igbo does not reduce an inch of your Igbo-ness. But the experience of an Igbo person growing up, nwoke nwanyi, is directly connected to your ability to speak your language. And that is where our parents failed. I'm failing my children in Igbo. I need to help now, and they are still small. Ndewo Chioma, nke a bụ mkpebi, otu n'ime mkpebi dị kachasịrị mkpa ị ga-eme na ndụ gị dịka onye nne. And I encourage you, this is the right place for you to come. Nkiruka, nwanyị ọma, anyị na-ekele ịbọọlachi. Okay? Ndewo, no, daalụ. Igbo anaghị ekele ụtụtụ ọma. Ụtụtụ ọma bụ ekele ndị oyibo, ndị bekee atụgharịrị n'Igbo. All right? I believe you will learn that today. We greet ịbọọlachi, ịsaalachi, no, ndewo, daalụ. Okay? Right. So Chioma, you do your best. Whatever you can do it like you have no other business in life to do. Thank God they are still little, and you can still change the pathway. Mazi Kanayo, Yadregenama, Mazi Kanayo. Mazi Kanayo has been one of the good and resourceful persons that community members here. And Mazi Anamekelegin Koma. You see, he's saying it's easy. Speak strictly only Igbo at home and outside when you can. It's easy. It's also very difficult. So this is where we gather together to learn from one another and look at the resources that are available to us. Mazi Kanayopo, a parent as well, and who is living outside of Igbo land. And what he's telling you is true with determination. As easy as it is that we remember that Sunday is church and we carry everybody. Before Sunday comes, we know that everybody is going to church. Okay? Right. Yasmine, mother of an Igbo baby girl. Yasmine, are you Igbo or are you married to an Igbo family? Godwin, Ndewo, Anamekelono. Ebere Rom. Okay, who is this name that I cannot pronounce? Ebere, what's your name? You are already welcome, okay? You are welcome. You're welcome, Ebere. All right. Those that are joining on YouTube. All right. Yasmine, you are married to Igbo. You have a lot of work to do. Mitch, Ndewo, Igbo girl from Houston. That is it. All of us. And see, Choma, it is a huge task, okay? Even parents who speak Igbo very well and traveled outside of Igbo land have problems. Even those that are living in Nigeria, they have problems doing this, okay? All right. Yasmine speaks better than her husband. That is a good testimony. Yasmine, where do you originally come from? Where do you originally come from? Also, as a mother, you have a lot of work to do. There's a video I have on YouTube, video series about the roles of mothers and women in the preservation of Igbo culture. Please go watch that video. It's on our YouTube account, Omenka app. And please do subscribe to all of our accounts. We are on TikTok here, YouTube. Some people are joining this live from YouTube. We are on Facebook and Instagram. Everywhere is Omenka app. We also have another account called Igbo Literacy Project. American and Brazilian. You took Igbo lesson during pandemic. Oh, I love that. We love you so much, Yasmine. We love you. Thank you. Welcome to our community of Igbo people. Igbo people are one of the most industrious people created on planet Earth. When we say that, our neighbors get bulged eyes and they think we are bragging. We do not say it bragging, we say it is a fact. Igbo is one of the most ancient tribes or people on earth. And our language is one of the most complicated and simple ones as well. So our presence in the world contributes so much across the world. That is an example of that. If you come to the United States, go to UK, go to the Europes, go to everywhere, Igbo people are doing wonderfully well, like winning awards, doing great things, being part of the community. And you know what this is turning to against us? The more we do this outside of our land, Chikamara, Anelie, industrious, beautiful. Okay, that's a French word. The world, the more we lose our consciousness of our identity, our cultural identity. That is what is going on. Now we know better. Now we have come to see, looking back, that we're losing so much as we generate enough energy to give to the world. That's why we're turning back to give back inward. If not, if we don't do this, the next generation will not recognize us and they will not be recognized as Igbo anymore. It will just be by name. It will just be by just DNA. But what makes you Igbo if not in your tongue? if not in your brain, if not the cultural connection, the intellectual connection. What makes you Igbo, if not the connection to your cultural roots? Okay, like I said earlier, as much as your DNA says you are 100% Igbo, you are not fully Igbo if you cannot fully connect linguistically. And I am not saying this to indict or blame anybody. I'm not saying it to belittle you. I am here. I'm one of those that will tell you the way it is, fact, because I have the passion that I could close my eyes and all of us will become fluent speakers and writers of the language. I have the passion that I could close my eyes, all of us will have very deep knowledge of our cultural identity. We will give so much more to the world. Today, so many of us are living abroad, living overseas, are just known as Igbo. By the names we have, we answer. We can do more. We can do more. Just like our sister Choma is now passionately thinking on what to do to inculturate her children. Chini kedu gịnị bụ aha Igbo gị? Theophilus, what is YouTube saying? I don't know what that means. He said more than one ingestion is using the primary URL. Send one stream to the primary. All right, Theophilus, please, can you check what YouTube is saying? I don't know what that means. Chini kedo no. Kirebi se sonyere anyị gịnị bụ aha Igbo gị? Ị bụrụ nwa afọ Igbo na-esonyere anyị ebe a, aha gị abụghị Igbo na platform ebe a, mee ka anyị mara aha Igbo gị, mekwa ka anyị mara ebe isi esonyere anyị. Okay, Chizzy, my sister, how are you? If you are Igbo, you are joining us here, please let us know where you are joining from, and also let us know your Igbo name. Okay, all right. I'm not sure what YouTube is doing. All right, Chizzy, so long as you can hear me on YouTube, please let me know. All right, Esther Kedo, thanks for joining. KR, so this is a platform for the inculturation of Igbo people, Igbo children, young and old, growing up outside of Igbo land, growing up overseas. Ugone Osi, Kedo no. Here we dissect Igbo language. Here we try to reinculturate ourselves. Zikora Chiamaka, Jasmine, thank you. We very much appreciate you. You are an important member of the community for loving the community which you are married to and going to the point of taking Igbo class. For those that are Igbo born that are here, Jasmine is a testimony that you can, copy. We do have people like her coming to this class every week, all right, Chizzy, you are rich. I can get that. So who, motivate us in this journey? And the problem is that we have millions of Igbo people who have not known what we're doing here. Pastor Felix Ndewo, thanks for joining. We need them to come here. We need them to understand that today is a time. There is no tomorrow for you to get inculturated. You know how you hear about the gospel of Christianity, that today is a day of repentance. Today is a time of reinculturation. There's no tomorrow. And when you are doing this, you must do this with all of you. Queen Rita, ndewo, ị ga-emerịrị nke a, jiri ihe niile nọ gị n'ime wee mee ya. Ọ dị ezigbote mkpa. If you don't do it, you might become the disconnection of your lineage from the Igbo culture. You might become the disconnection of your family from the Igbo identity. That is the problem. The ancestors will not ask you, will not give you excuse by saying, okay, you lived abroad, that's why you did not teach your children Igbo. That's no excuse. And one of those I believe that if God is going to ask us of any question of the life we spent here on earth, is going to include how we manage the identity he gave us. If you do not know, the true identity that lives throughout your life that never changes is your cultural identity. It's a primary identity you have. It's the identity that came before any other identity. Nature in its divine wisdom made you Igbo. Ndewo Queen Rita Kedo, you're welcome. Made you Igbo before anything, before everything. Some of you may not know about one of our most lovely sisters, Chim Amanda Ngozi Adichie, who we really appreciate the work she has done, across the world. When she talks about herself, she will say her name and she will say, I am Igbo, then I'm a Catholic. That's how she sometimes introduces herself. I am Igbo first, then I'm a Catholic. So your cultural identity is a primary identity that supersedes every other identity you may have, including your identity as a Nigerian, which is an imposition of identity by the British company. So those of you that do not know that, some of us who are Igbo are one Nigerian ideologist more than Nigeria itself. Some of us say, oh, to be a tribal person is bad. No, it is not being tribal. It is your primary identity, and you must make your children know this. And the best way to make your children know this is by teaching them, enculturating them, making sure that from the early stage of their lives, they are learning the language. If you don't know how to do it, write us. Go to our website, www.i-have.org, for a customized class. If the class we are doing here is not enough to help you, the Omenka app we created can help you. This is free. Today, I was happy. One of my team members who is working on the continued development of Omenka app, who is not Igbo, is creating a storybook for children in Igbo. In addition to our app, the class we are doing here and other resources we provide, there are other very good resources online. So right now, today, you have no excuse. You cannot leave this planet Earth being that disconnection between you, your ancestors, and your descendants. You cannot break that link as an Igbo person. Agamasigisi Tofiakwa. Meya Otaho Tofiakwa. Jen Edozie no Kedo. It's good to have you here, okay? Achọrọ m ka onye ọbụla sị Tofiakwa, ọ bụghị m ga-abụ ihe ga-ekewa agbụrụ m. And that is not just, it's not going to end by just saying Tofiakwa. You have to follow it with action. Today, you must do that. So I appreciate all of you as you are here. Go ahead and download the Omenka app if you have not. Ginolingo ndewo. Ginolingo achọrọ m ka idezie ndewo gị ọfụma. Onye mara ka esi ede ndewo, kindly help Ginolingo. Go dezie ya. We're here to learn. Tofiakwa Sekufu, thank you. Right. So as we keep learning, please tap on this screen for us. Tap on this screen for us. Tap. Increase the algorithm of this class. It is important. Anything you can do to make this resource available to every Igbo born, wherever they are. Make this class more visible. Share, comment, make anything that you can make possible. That's what we'll ask of you. Ndewo. Right. Isiokwu anyị nke ụbọchị taa, anyị ekwuole ụbọchị taa nke bụ dates. That's how we write dates after we write it in English. we're writing it in Igbo. There's so many new people coming to the class today, right? That is why I took time to re-emphasize all of these things we do here. We here every Monday, 1 p.m. Eastern time. And then our Sunday class is still fluctuating. We've not really stabilized that so much. Right. Okay. So I date na case there I niile mara. I dezie na mkpụrụ okwu n'Igbo. Abalị 13 n'ọnwa 4 n'afọ 2026. That's what it translates to. Okay. Right. We are going to clean up this one. Isiokwu anyị ji n'aka taa bụ nke pụtara site na mkparịta ụka anyị na-enwe n'otu ndị nkụzi Igbo. Unfortunately, ọtụtụ n'ime ha anọghị ebe a, mana ndị niile n'ebe a taa bụ ndị ga-erite uru na nkụzi anyị na-akụzi. Agaje m ikwu ọtụtụ ihe n'Igbo. Amaara m na ọtụtụ anyị ndị nọ ebe a anaghị anụchi Igbo. I'm going to say a lot of things in Igbo while I also kind of translate in English while I do that. Right. Akuzigo m isiokwu before. I have taught this class before, this topic, but I did not teach it in relation to like as a full topic. I stumbled onto it and I taught it, and when I was teaching Mkpụrụ okwu Igbo na ahịrịokwu Igbo. Please, for those of you joining us today, following us, and also downloading Omenka app, those of you that are discovering this class today by virtue of the improved algorithm that the people here are sharing the live and liking, please, if you want to see our previous videos, they are all on YouTube. Go to YouTube and watch those videos. You know that TikTok, we are not able to post full videos. I teach here for 2 hours at least. So the videos are posted on YouTube. Just go to Omenka app on YouTube and you are going to find us. Just the same name we have on TikTok. Watch our teaching videos and other videos that we have there. It is a huge resource that will help you to enculturate yourself if you are an adult, young Igbo, or enculturate your children. Right. Oh, sorry. I did not write Omenka app. Omenka app. All right. Okay. Mgbe anyị na-asụ Igbo, enwere ụfọdụ iri okwu a na-akpọ morpheme. A na-akpọ ha morpheme. Morpheme. Nke ndị bekee atụgharịrị site na okwu bekee nke akpọrọ morpheme. Ụfọdụ iri okwu ndị dị otu a anyị na-etinye n'okwu anyị na-ekwu, ndị na-atado n'okwu na ngwa ma ọ bụ na okwu ndị ọzọ. These are some of the morphological elements that attach themselves to full words, the verbs, or any other word particle. Now, for Nsokwunye, Nsokwunye bụ morpheme nke na-atado n'okwu, nke na-eme ka okwu gbatikwuo, mana ọtụtụ mgbe ọ naghị agbanwe mpụtara ma ọ bụ ihe okwu pụtara. When we speak adding some of those morphological elements to the words we speak. These elements, when they are Nsokwunye, they don't change the meaning of the word, but they add coloration to the words. So if you are learning to speak Igbo, Nsokwunye, clitics, is one of the things you should learn how it works in Igbo. You are a language user. You speak English. You may not know when you are applying this, but you use it every day. Maazi aka kedo, nonso, dalo efi. Ndewono, official Philly, ana m anabata unu niile. You are all welcome. This is Igbo Literacy Project that is brought to you by Omenka app. We're here every Monday discussing Igbo for speakers and writers. Okay? This grammatic device is Nsokwunye. Okay? All right. Fluent edits. Can you tell us your Igbo name? I didn't remember. Oh, what's your Igbo name again? Nlotachi. Nlotachi, if I understood your question, maybe you can rephrase. I answered you yes, I believe. You mean Nsokwunye. All right. Kelechi Dalo, oh, you're welcome. Right. So Nsokwunye, these are elements of grammar that could be called morpheme that we attach to words when we use words. All right. Okay. Thank you. Anyị na-agbakwunye ha n'okwu. We don't think about them. We just know that as language users, that's what we do. We don't think about what they do to the words or to the sentences, but we add them. Okay? Now, Nsokwunye is that one that we add that can go to both noun and verb in Igbo. They do not change the meaning of the word that they are attached to in a significant way, but they can add coloration. They can help the multiplication or expansion of vocabulary. Ha na-eme ka okwu gbatikwuo. Ka bụ Nsokwunye. I have tried to explain it in different ways, and I hope you can write it down in your own words. I do not make my class to be more advanced, which if I do, I will lose the basic learners that are in the class. So I do explanation in a way that you can put the note down in your own words. If you miss anything, watch the video after. How can I about clitics? Okay. Now, Mgbakwunye bụkwanụ nke a na-agbakwunye na ngwa. We have seen a lot of it since we started this class. Okay. Nlotachi, we will come to that. Okay. Don't worry, we'll bring examples so that we don't rush things. Okay. Right. We're coming to examples. One after the other, we will take it so that everybody will have a good understanding. Right. Jay, how are you? It's good to have you in class today. All right. Kachilo, kedu. Kedu ezigbo aha gị or Kachilo. Thank you, official Philly. Thanks for the rose. Yeah. Those that have rose, please give. We're here to receive. We're here to improve the class. Okay. There one name Choma. Yeah. All right. Mgbakwunye n'onwe ya wee bụrụzie ndị a na-agbakwunye na ngwa. Iri okwu ndị ahụ anyị nwere ike ịkpọ morpheme. Ndị na-atado na ngwa. Those that are attached to the verb. Ama m n'ụnụ ma ihe ngwa bụ. Ngwa bụ verb. Ngwa. Okay. Mgbakwunye na-atado na ngwa. A na-agbakwunye ya na ngwa. Kamgbe m na-akụzi ihe, kamgbe m bidoro nkụzi a ọnwa ole na ole gara aga, I have been touching on this guy. So mgbakwunye ngwa dịka ha bụ affixes na bekee, they only attach to the verb. Jay, I do not know if you tried this Sunday. We did not open the Zoom because we had a very bad network. The network was so bad that even hotspot was not working. But previous classes, we have been using the Zoom and expecting that you would join with your daughter. The other thing is that we did not meet, we did not teach on Easter Sunday. I believe we had 2 off days in the past 3 weeks. But we had a class yesterday, but the network was so bad we could not even use the Zoom. That might be the reason. What you could do, if you are comfortable, DM me with your phone number. I'm going to add you to the WhatsApp group of parents of Igbo Literacy Project so that you don't get disconnected. That might help. Okay, so that you know when there's no class, because that's where we communicate with all the parents in the Igbo Literacy Project. We have about 2 groups. The one that incorporates the parents and the students, and the ones for the parents only. We make use of these 2. Right, you can, private chat me on that. Okay. Ndewo mmadụ niile. Sorry about that, Jay, okay? Right. Okay. Okay, there is we accept donations on Cash App. We accept donations through PayPal. If you use PayPal or Cash App is Omenka app, either way. But I think for Cash App, I do need to send we do need to send you a link, but I think PayPal is the one that is very easily accessible for you anywhere you are. So you can check Omenka app on PayPal, and I think the email is omenkaapp@gmail.com, or the info, but whichever way you can find Omenka app on PayPal. If you don't, let me know in a private message, okay? All right, thank you. Okay, Mgbakwunye, ngwa, okay? Nsokwunye, ngwa na aha. Mgbakwunye, ọ na-atado na ngwa. We attach it to the verb. It does not only extend the vocabulary. Ọ naghị agbatikwu ngwa naanị. Ọ na-agbanwekwa mpụtara. It changes, it affects the meaning of that verb in so many different ways. We are going to see those. Now, I told you that somebody asked, is Nsokwunye not in clitics? And I said, yes, the person is correct, but not fully correct. Now, there are types of clitics in the general language use. Of course, in English, these 2 are seen functional. One is called proclitic. Proclitic. Which is, and then enclitics. Enclitic. So this one is before, or rather, in front of a word, behind a word. Okay, so for Nsokwunye, for clitics, you can attach, it can come in front of the word or behind. But in Igbo language, we do not have an example of proclitic. If there is an example, I have not seen one. I enweghị Lolo Dimegwu ndewo Dalo. These other name I can't pronounce your name, but you're welcome. I recognize you. I enweghị ọmụmaatụ ebe enwere Nsokwunye n'ihu mkpụrụ okwu. Okay, I want you to bear that as bear that in mind as an example of the difference between Mgbakwunye and Nsokwunye. All right, Nsikak ministry, Chukwu gozie gị. Itinyere N in front of your gozie. Could you write it well? Removing the N in front of that. Manandewo o Chukwu gozie gị. Kedu ihe bụ aha gị, aha Igbo gị? The network has been so bad on YouTube. So today we are going to also continue our example with Obi, and remember the action that Obi takes in this class that we have seen is usually going to the market and buying something. Okwayano, good. Obi bụ onye na-agara anyị ahịa. Obi na-emekwa ihe ndị ọzọ dị iche iche mana ọ na-agara anyị ahịa nke ọma. All right. Please, if you are joining us, immerse yourself in the class. You follow our account, and please go ahead and like the live. Go ahead and improve the algorithm. We are here to help all Igbo sons and daughters living everywhere in the world to reinculturate. This is our business here. I like the name Business Only that just joined us. Business Only. Ndewo, what is your Igbo name? Where are you joining us from? Joyce, Kedu, you're welcome. All right, I welcome you all. So, I gaji ihe ọmụmatụ nke mbụ Nsokwunye. Nsokwunye. Which is clitics. I gaji ihe ọmụmatụ. Which is example, right? Omomato, right? And I want you to pay attention. This is a point where the teacher will say, okay, hold your ears with your hands. All right. Obi gara ahịa. Ihe a bụ ọmụmaatụ ahịrịokwu mfe, okay, is an example of a simple sentence. Saved, taken, fly. Ndewo. Nna m, gịnị bụ aha Igbo gị? Because aha bekee ahụ ọ na-eme nka na-eme okwu ntabi ire. All right, Chidera ka m si yọọ Chukwu, ndewo. YouTube has been kicking on and off, but thanks for joining us back. All right, the Golden Classic, Ndewo. Thank you, Usekwu Foods, for adding a hat to my red hat. That's a lovely gift. You're welcome. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Nne, aha Igbo gị ọ bụ gị na aha Igbo gị abụghị Cynthia. Cynthia abụghị aha Igbo. Anyị na-achọ aha Igbo ebe a. Gị gwa ebe isi sonyere anyị. O, ndewo. Thank you for the rose. Thank you for the rose. Sharon O, thank you. All of you that are encouraging us here, you are blessed. Chukwu ndị Igbo gọzie unu. Ifunanya, ndewo. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining. Ndewo o. Ana m ekele unu. Right. Obi gara ahịa bụ ọmụmaatụ ahịrịokwu mfe. The cake is beautiful. Thank you. Ahịrịokwu mfe, which is simple sentence, and that is Obi went to the market. Now, there are many ways we can add particles to this simple sentence without changing the meaning structure. Without this sentence now is in the past, is a simple sentence, right? If we put there are some particles we might put, the sentence might change from past to past participle, or past to present, or maybe anything else. but there are particles we might add, and the sentence does not change anything. But yet, you find out there is something you will notice about the sentence. Okay? We're going to see it. Right. Now, even if I still say Obi gara ahịa ụnyaahụ, it is still a simple sentence, complete. But how it is now is still complete. All right. Obi gakwara. Okay, let me start by Obi gara ahịa. Obi gara ahịa. Who can give me the translation of this sentence in English? That will help us understand what we have added. Everybody, if you know it, write it. I want to see. The first says Obi went to the market. The second, which is Obi gara ahịa. Obi gara ahịa. How does it translate into English? Lutachi. Okay, Lutachi. Now Obi will go to the market. Rex Petrus. Obi have gone. Rex, the English is not correct. It should be Obi has gone, not have. Okay, correct yourself. Rex says Obi has gone to the market. Let's get other examples. Thank you, Rex. Rex, gịnị bụ aha Igbo gị? I believe this is your first time of joining the class. No. Kedu ebe isi esonyere anyị? Nke anyị tinyere flag Nigeria na ihe a gị. Ọgụnwa Tinubu. Ka o si Sochukwu. Obi actually went to the market. Anambra ka isi esonye anyị, ndewo. Oh. All right. Usekwu Food says Obi actually went to the market. YouTube, any answer? Yeah, network on YouTube is bad. It's not your fault. Oliver, Obi actually went to market. Oliver, you should add the article there. Obi actually went to the market. Right? Any other answer? Any other answer? Okay. Right. Ndị niile dere Obi actually went to the market. Ha detere ya. Obi actually kwa L abụọ. Obi really went to the market. Obi indeed went to the market. Uchenna, Obi did went to the market. No, that's a wrong English, Uchenna. Okay. Obi actually, Obi really, Obi indeed went to the market. So Obi has gone to the market is wrong. Okay. Right. Now, gịnị bụ actually, gịnị bụ really? How does it translate in Igbo? How does it? No. Obi gara no ahịa. Obi gara no ahịa. Ndewo Oliver. Obi gara no ahịa. Emphasis. Emphasis. Thank you, Usekwu Foods. Does this change the meaning, any meaning at all in the sentence? Thank you. Thanks for the rose. Does this change any meaning? Let us not get carried away. I know that we're learning important things. Keep tapping on the screen for us, please. It is important to the class. It is important to millions of Igbo people who are missing this class because they don't know about it. Please, let's make sure we especially on TikTok, YouTube the same. Let's keep improving the algorithm of the class by tapping on the screen continuously and sharing. All right. Does this change any meaning at all of the sentence? The answer is no. The answer is no. But does it add color? Does it add something to the sentence? Yes. Does it also extend vocabulary? Yes. O nwere ka o si gbanwee mpụtara na ahịrịokwu a? Mba. Now, the other thing we can do, Obi gara n'ahịa. We can as well have Obi no gara ahịa. The no can come here. It is also the same work is doing. The difference is that when it comes to the noun, it does not attach, because you don't write anything together to the noun with a noun. You must separate it. You can say Obi no gara ahịa. Why are we talking about no in the sentence? We are confused about who went to the market. Obi no, Obi ka anyị na-ekwu na ọ gara ahịa. Why are we talking about gara no? We are wondering if Obi really went to the market. Pope Daniel, ndewo. Unu ahụla ndịiche dị na ha abụọ. Now the emphasis is on Obi. Thank you, Seku Foods. Obi no ka anyị na-ekwu, Obi gara ahịa. Just by adding no here, the tone, also see the tone here is Obi gara no ahịa. But ever it will be Obi no gara ahịa. If you are confused, let me know. If you need me to repeat something, let me know. Ọ bụ na mgbara ọsọ o nwere ihe na-aghọtaghị, mee ka m mara immediately, okay? This is a feature of our language that we use subconsciously without knowing, understanding the application we have made. These are the things people spend money in school to learn about other people's language, say English, say French, these things. But we know nothing about it in our own language. That is where I say shame on us. Because we de-emphasize the learning of our language, how our language works, both in spoken and in written. But we emphasize the learning of foreign languages all through our lives. A lot of us, a lot of our parents. So this is why we call this class Igbo Literacy Project. This is a huge project and we want you to be part of it. By being part of this community, by coming to this class regularly, by inviting someone to this class, by participating in liking and commenting on this teaching. We're here to help you reinculturate. Right. Obi no gara ahịa. Obi gara no ahịa. Na ọmụmaatụ ndị a niile, ahịrịokwu agbanweghị. Ọ gbanweghị ihe ọ pụtara. It didn't change the tense or what they call aspect. Tense and aspect. The sentence is still simple. The sentence is still what it is. It is still in the past. The only thing we are looking at here is who went to the market or what Obi did indeed, or what Obi really did. right? N'ime ha abụọ ihe anyị na-ahụ bụ gịnị? Nsokwunye. Nsokwunye. Okay? We're going to see other examples. If you are writing it, I hope you've written it down because I'm going to clean it. Agaji m ihicha ya. Ọmụmaatụ karịrị akarị anyị ga na-eleba anya. Ọmụmaatụ abụọ anyị nyere ebe a gosikwara anyị dịka ndị asịrị, ndị na-ekwu site n'ihe anyị na-ahụ. We are here now as the third person observing what Obi did or who did the action. Third person. Let us see another example. Obi gaa ahịa. Obi go to the market. We brought in Obi's father again. Anyị akpọbatala nna Obi ọzọ maọbụ nne ya, as the case may be. Ebe ọ na-agwa ya, Obi go to the market. Because ọ ihe anyị maara Obi ọ na-eme, ọ ma ahịa azụ. Ọ gacha ọ zụta ya azụta akara. Ọ zụta akara ya bịa kee ya ụmụnna ya. So ya nwa mere anyị na-eji asị Obi gaa ahịa mgbe ọbụla. All right, mmadụ niile ndị na-eso ya Igbo no. Okay, Obi go to the market. Okay, now anyị chọrọ iwebata nsokwunye. Kedu ụzọ anyị ga-esi ewebata nsokwunye ebe a? Otu ụzọ anyị ga-esi ewebata ya bụ Obi gaanụ ahịa. Obi gaanụ ahịa. How can we translate this? How can we translate this in English? What will be the translation? Ndị YouTube, ndị TikTok. Ngwa, Obi gaanụ ahịa, what would it translate to? What would it translate to? Kedu ndị bịara ụlọ akwụkwọ ebe a? Obi, could you please go to the market? Chizzy, my Chizzy. Obi, could you please go to the market? Obi, do go to the market. Obi, please go to the market. Usekwu Foods. Obi, go to the market. Chizzy, abụọ ka ị na-edezi, dere abụọ. Chizzy. Okay, anyị ahụgo ọsịsa abụọ. Ọ bụ atọ. Chizzy dere abụọ. Usekwu Foods ede ofu. O nwere onye ọzọ? Obi gaanụ ahịa. Okay, Chizzy, ya bụ na nke mbụ i dere ọ wụ na idete ya ka ọ bụ na o dochaghị gị anya. Okay. Ndị nọ n'ụlọ akwụkwọ nwere onye ọzọ? Obi, would you go to the market? Oliver. Okay. All right. Okay. Aga m asị ndị niile dere ya detechara ya. For polite, to be polite. Oh, Obi, please go to the market. All right. Oh, that's from Success. Sorry, I didn't see that one. All right. So, ikwu amasi, ikwu ameshi. Naju, is there a time where Gano is preferred over Ga? Okay. All right. Yeah. So, Kailegodu, I think ndị niile dere detachara ya. Obi gaa n'ahịa ka Obi do go to the market, or Obi please go to the market, or Obi could you please go to the market, and all that for politeness sake. Okay, right. So now this is mannerism coming into play in your ihe ị na-ekwu. Mgbakwunye ikwue ebe ọ dị nro, ebe ọ dị umeala. Obi gaa n'ahịa. Okay, okay, yes, Chizzy, we started having this problem last week. Theophilus, you were not here last week. I think it was last 2 weeks. The YouTube is translating what people wrote, especially in Igbo. I don't know why. It's something I noticed last 2 weeks, and I have not had time to look at how to change it. Please, Theophilus, find out what is going on that. Whether it's coming from the YouTube I'm using or the person that is writing. Okay. Okay, Obi gaa n'ahịa. Obi can be, just like Usekwu wrote, it could be forceful or polite. Ọ bụrụ na anyị dinyere Obi ahịa ọ gabeghị ya, we can tell Obi gaa n'ahịa gwara gị gaa na o kedụkwana ihe ị na-eme ebe a, ma ọ bụ Obi biko nne m biko nna m gaa n'ahịa. Okay, any one of these can work. Any one of these can work. Right. On TikTok, your activities have reduced very drastically, okay, and it is not good for the class. We need more people to see what we're doing here. Please, if you are still in the class, help us improve the algorithm. Keep tapping on the class on the screen for us. It will not distract you from what you're doing, okay, what you're learning. Obi go to markets indicates that the heart has a right to decline. Yes, it's possible that Obi really wants to decline going to the market. So we are pleading on Obi by just adding no. Obi gaa n'ahịa. So if you are a person learning how to speak Igbo, know when you add no, the feeling you are bringing, because the language you are learning is not just straightforward. There's a way of saying things. These are what we call cultural nuances that are applied to the grammar. Okay, yes, so we are either appealing to Obi's conscience in one instance, or we are persuading Obi, and we are doing any of this just by adding no. Obi gaa n'ahịa. Okay, now with the two examples I have given, you can now bear me witness that one of the examples of Nsokwunye is no, which appears as no or no. Obi ndewo ikenga. Obi gaa n'ahịa. So we have no. I will say it is in the high tone on its natural state. It can now change the tone when it goes to maybe to the verb. Okay, yeah. So I am with the gono as a clitic or an enclitic that we use in Igbo, right? Right. Obi gaa n'ahịa. We may not, this one may not have no here. Obi no gaa ahịa. No, it will not become a grammatically correct sentence to make in Igbo. Okay, it will not make any meaning. All right. Okay, but we can have Obi gaa ahịa no. Obi gaa ahịa nụ. The same, no change. Obi gaa ahịa nụ. What about Obi, are you going to the market? Chizzy, I don't know if that's what you wrote. So if it is an example of YouTube changing your what you wrote, I sincerely don't know why it's doing that. It's not showing me anywhere to change anything. Anyway, right. Yeah, Obi, please go to the market. Obi gaa ahịa nụ. That's correct, but this one we might not put no after Obi. It's really, I'm not sure it's dialectal, it's used generally. Yeah, I'm so sorry, Chizzy. We'll really look into it and find out why YouTube is doing that. It's not showing me anything here where I can adjust anybody's comments, whether it is right or wrong. Yeah, it's not showing me anything here. All right, so please, Theophilus, do that after and let me know. All right, so in the TikTok, please, yeah, do not forget, let's keep improving the algorithm. Okay, so we have established no as one enclitic in Igbo, right? Anyị aghọtago na no bụ otu Nsokwunye na-apụta na Igbo. Ọ dị n'aka ndewo Chibuike Imo, daalụ Uchenna. Okay, you've been here already. Ndewo no all. Right. Let us go back. Now, I ahụgo nne maọbụ nna Obi. Obi himself, yeah, it is not dialectal at all. Obi himself can be the one speaking, right? Let us see Obi speaking here. Obi, oh, sorry. Yeah, this is Obi anyway. Agaram ahịa. Okay, now Obi is telling us, ndewo nna m Chibuike kedu. Obi na-agwa anyị na ya gara ahịa. Okay, o nwere ike anyị na-ebo Obi ihe na ọ gaa ahịa. Anyị na-eme ya accuse, right? We're accusing Obi. Obi didn't go to the market, right? Chizzy is saying that should be Obi, can you go to the market? Like you want to know his willingness or strength. Chizzy, I don't know if I understood that. Willingness should be the more appropriate thing, not strength, in terms of can you go to the market. I don't know if that's, is what you mean, Chizzy. Yes, it's an appeal. So whether it's a forceful appeal or benevolent appeal, it is laying emphasis that Obi ịga-aga ahịa. Right. Let us go to ka ihu Obi ebe Obi ji ọnụ ya ekwu. Obi ahụgo agwago anyị agara m ahịa. Okay, ahịa a na-ekwu okwu Obi na ọ gara aga. Ọkwa ya? Good. Mana anyị na-eshi arụmarụ maka ya, anyị na-eshi agụgọ. Obi ọ gakwara ahịa aga? Obi gakwara ahịa? Agara nụm ahịa. Agara nụm ahịa. We can remove it and put it here. Aganorum ahịa. This is the reason why some scholars call clitics the prostitutes. Uchenna, you use double past. It's a wrong way of writing English. You cannot say I didn't went. It's I didn't go. Okay? but that's really not we are writing here. That's what we're saying. So you always know that you cannot use two past tenses in English. One is auxiliary, one is the full past verb. You can't say I didn't went. All right. Um, Success. Our problem is not whether Obi bought anything now. We are only arguing if Obi went to the market. Now, Obi jizi ọnụ ya na azara, Obi na azaziri ọnụ ya. Praise Kandewo, thanks for following. Obi na-agwa anyị na ya gara ahịa, ebe anyị na-achọ igbu ya na ọ gaghị ahịa, ọkwa ya? Now, the emphasis Obi is laying is in using the no. Igbo allows it to change position. And the last thing I said was that this is why scholars call the clitics the prostitute. Look at how this guy is flowing around. Obi na-akwu agara nọ m ahịa maọbụ aganọrọ m ahịa. As a learner of the language, it is important for you to know these particles and how to apply them, where to apply them. These are things you can practice on your own while speaking Igbo. Do not be ashamed. Ecclesia, Kedo, Ecclesia authors. Ndewo. What is your Igbo name? Kedebi say Sonye, Kedo ihe bụ aha Igbo gị. All right? Good. Obi can say agara nọ m ahịa maọbụ aganọrọ m ahịa. Whichever way it is correct. Now, achọrọ m ka ịhụ ka m si wepụta iche. I have been teaching this in this class. You do not write the pronoun or the noun together with any other word. It says on its own. Izu nwandewo o daalụ. Ama m na nke a bụ nke mbụ ị na-esonye anyị na klaasị ya. Okay? All right. Nke ọzọ anyị ga-enweta dịka usekwu na-echetara anyị bụ Obi nwere ike ịsị agara m ahịa no. I love this. Like, I love this that we are learning. Agara m ahịa no. Also observe that now, because ahịa is a noun, I did not write it together. Edekọtaghị m no na ahịa n'ihi na ahịa bụ aha. You see why we are learning how to speak and how to write in this class. For the speaker, you are learning how you can apply feelings, how you can apply emotions to the Igbo you are learning to speak. The morpheme no, which on its own, if you see it sitting there, it will not do anything. It will not make any meaning. When you raise it and put in the appropriate place in your sentence you are making, you create a feeling. A person that hears you say, oh, okay, oh, yeah, Igbo. Oh, na amutakwa Igbo. Okay? So this is for speakers. For those who are learning how to write, ensure that you are learning that how I'm putting all these particles, especially this this and when I put no after a noun, and when it is between is in a verb, you find out that no, as one Nsokwunye we have seen, can take any position. Okwayano. Good. Obi na-agwa I did go to the market. Ojonu ya na agwa anyị ọ na-azọrọ isi ya. Agara m ahịa aga. Agara nọ m ya. Agara m ahịa nọ. Kedu nke unu na-achọ ịkpọgbu n'obe? Ya bụ Obi. Obi na-ekwuchite ọnụ ya. Right. So in each of these is I went to the market. I indeed went to the market. I did go to the market. I went to the market really. I actually went to the market. I went to the market actually. You guys should stop fusing up. Agara m aga. permit me to drink. Izu gara aga anọkwa m na live na-aṅụ nwa Lipton nwunye m nyere m TikToks na m na-aṅụ substance. TikToks na m na-aṅụrụtụ nwa ihe. Since na live may restrict earlier in some countries. I didn't know which country, more Niger. So that's why I'm not. I have Lipton again today, but I'm not drinking. Before TikTok attack not quite there. This guy will really know young here. That was surprisingly funny for me. Oh my god. All right, so when they name live, just know that a guy I'm gonna Lipton na live before TikTok attack again. Oh yeah, Roma. All right, unedele command ile dego ya. All right, my dear sister, no be small. Yeah, I go do or something. Ya wana gwaza ka isi bindo ai. Nsogbu. All right. Aganụrụ m ahịa. Kedu onye ọzọ maara Nsokwunye ọzọ anyị nwere n'Igbo? Ọmụmaatụ Nsokwunye ọzọ anyị nwere n'Igbo. Ngwa ka mara ndị maara Igbo. Kedu onye ọzọ maara ọmụmaatụ? Asị gị dee ya n'ahịrịokwu. Ọmụmaatụ Nsokwunye ọzọ anyị nwere n'Igbo. Usekwufu osekwa ma ọ bụ kwa. Kedu onye ọzọ? Olaita, how are you? Kedu onye ọzọ maara ọmụmaatụ? Kwano. Okay. Kwano. Okay. Kedu onye ọzọ? Two. Okay. Chinwesekwa. Success adịka ihe dere YouTube adịarịala gị ya. Emmanuel F. Kedu aha Igbo gị? Thanks for joining us. Insert. Okay. All right. Okay. Ndewo. All right. Godu. Okay. All right. Anyị na-ahụ ọmụmaatụ ndị a na-edepụta. Ka anyị lee. Two. Should be two. Kwano. Nwere ọzọ na-ede. Ọ bụ so ka ọ bụ sọ. Godu. Z. I'm so really sorry, you cheesy. I think it's targeting some expressions because some are coming up, but I don't know why it's targeting some and translating it to whatever it likes. J, did you say ka odi? Z. Ọmụmaatụ ọzọ. Cha. Good. Ndị nkuzi bịara akwụkwọ. Chizi nke ahụ edoziri ugbu a YouTube arụọla gị ala. All right. Li. Okay. No. Amichite ebe no. Obuno kobuno. All right, ihe m ga-achọ bụ ka anyị lezie anya were otu n'ime ha, onye ọbụla ndị maara ebe ha ga-abata n'ahịrịokwu were ha mee ahịrịokwu. Ka anyị bido na to. Nke mbụ, anyị ga-asị Obi ugbu a Obi gatụ ahịa. We can say Obi gatụ ahịa. Obi I can only give you a transliteration of this. Obi, go to the market small. Go to the market small. Now, this may not have a direct transliteration or translation in Igbo, okay? All right. Obi gatu ahia. Obi gatu ahia is another way of pleading Obi to go to the market, okay? We can also say Obi gatu no ahia. Both of them are similar, the same thing. They're just the same thing. Okay. Teacher Bayo kedu ndewo. Obi ga-akwa ahịa. I have a problem with, so hold on. Ga-akwa ahịa. I have a problem with Obi ga-akwa ahịa if it is not, I know it could be working two things. If it is not a conjunction, because what it means is Obi also go to the market, and also is a conjunction. Okay, a reminder. Obi, which is still also, it is still Obi also go to the market. Unless Obi still go to the market, I think that's where I will agree that yes, this could be functioning as both conjunction and Nsokwunye in clitics. It's possible. And that's why I'm writing and accepting Obi ga-akwa ahịa, also go to Obi, also go to the market, Obi still go to the market. Reminding Obi, chetakwa na ị kwesịrị ịga ahịa. Okay? Obi, make sure you go to the market. Good. Obi, ensure you go to the market. In that sense, yes. Yeah, sincerely, I do not know really what's going on. So those on YouTube, had in Igbo, AI diarrhea haya ihe o matara, which is a big problem. And for Igbo speakers here, this is also one other example of why we are doing what we are doing. The Igbo language has largely been misrepresented online. Both Google and the new guy that they brought in now, they call AI, they are contributing to messing up the language, especially because the data that has been fed online is not much. And the ones that are being fed also, a lot of them are not correct. Like we are dissecting the correctness of Igbo here, the correct way of writing Igbo and speaking it. A lot of people who are online, even those teaching Igbo, are teaching what I will tag gibberish. They are misrepresenting Igbo a lot. Like I do say it in my class, a lot that I have seen. So it is confusing, and that is why we are bringing these resources to you all, and that we should value. Okay. All right. Yeah, somebody saying that it is not conjunction in this sense. It is both conjunction and Nsokwunye. Because when you translate this as Obi, also go to the market, that's what we call transposition of sentence. That means the sentence may have undergone some processes and to change the position of things, because also is applicable there. But I accept the fact, yes, if we translate Obi, ensure to go to the market, it is working as clitics, Nsokwunye. Your mother's trash. Nna m how far? As I said, how far? Nna gịnị bụ aha gị biko? Gịnị bụ aha Igbo gị? How far i kwuru ya n'Igbo ka i kwuru ya na Bekee? Anyị anaghị asụ Igbo ebe a. Yeah, na-asụ ebe a bụ Igbo. All right, thanks for joining. You joined late. The class have gone almost 2 hours, so and I na-abịa ebe ụbọchị Monday niile, but you are really welcome. I nọ mma ebe a. Anyị na-amụ ihe a na-agbakwunye na mkpụrụ okwu, iri okwu ndị a na-agbakwunye n'ahịrịokwu maọbụ na mkpụrụ okwu iji mee ka mpụtara ha pụtakwuo. Nke mkpụrụ okwu iri okwu ndị a nke a kpọrọ morpheme, nke anyị na-eleba anya taa bụ nke a na-akpọ Nsokwunye. Nsokwunye ọ na-enyere ndị na-amụta Igbo aka, those who are learning how to speak Igbo. It helps them to know how to put their emotions and feelings in Igbo. Ọ na-enyere ndị na-achọ ide Igbo aka. It helps in giving you the appropriate way of writing Igbo when you're writing all of this. Okay, all right. Ihe ndere ebe a bụ gato no ahịa. Okay, Obi, anyị hụziri Obi ga-akwa ahịa, which we will translate as Obi still go to the market, or Obi ensure that you go to the market. Okay. Nna ya nakwa asụ Yoruba ebe a, Igbo ka anyị na-asụ. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, the problem is people who are using Igbo language online, they do not care about getting professionals who will do a good job. You know, anybody can pose as a person who knows Igbo. Thanks for the rose, Zuka. But unfortunately, not everybody knows that. All right, we didn't do very well today on TikTok. In the participation, this is the lowest likes we have gotten in the past few weeks that we've been teaching, and also lowest participation in terms of those who are actively learning and commenting. Ụmụafọ Igbo, ihe anyị na-ebe a bụ inyere onwe anyị aka ịmụta asụsụ na omenala anyị. Thank you, Zuka, for the rose. We got the lowest likes on this program today. This is wrong. And why it is wrong is, ọ bụrụ na ị na-abịa ebe a maọbụ ị bịara ebe a nke mbụ taa, ya bụ na ị mụtara ihe maọbụ na ị na-amụta ihe, ọ dị mkpa ka ị nyere nkụzi anyị na-akụzi ebe a aka. Okay. One thing is to join, to follow, to share, to like, to comment, ask questions, do anything. If you have gifts, you give. But to help in promoting and building this community, you must do something. Ọ dị ezigbo mkpa. Ịmara asụ nyere ụmụnne anyị ndị nọ ebe a aka, ndị na-amaghị asụ. This class is primarily for those who are learning how to speak and those who are also learning how to write. Ịmara ede nyere ndị ọzọ aka na-amaghị ede. Let them know that we are coming here every Monday. And let them know that this class is very important. The algorithm will notice the class as an important conversation that we have here every week. Ọ dịrị anyị mfe ibi ebe a ugboro abụọ ma ọ atọ n'izu, anyị ga-eme ya, mana ọ dịrị anyị mfe n'ihi na anyị nwere ihe ndị ọzọ anyị na-eme. But we are passionately dedicating this time to this activity. So lots of Igbo sons and daughters growing up outside of Igbo land are finding this as a good resource. And so when you join us, please help to promote the class. Help. And I matter how the online behaves today, internet. When people get involved in talking about a post or a live program, making, sorry, excuse me, let me, one sec. So when people get involved in engaging in a post or a live program, it generates a better presence of that, activity. It improves the algorithm. So many of the times we find out that we engage in posts and programs that people make online criticizing Igbo people. When you engage in those posts by either cursing them, responding back to them, you are serving the purpose for which that post was made. They made that post primarily to provoke you to respond to them. Even if you say God punish you, you have added to their comments, and the algorithm will see it. So we encourage us when we see programs, events, posts that are rather educating us, like the one we are providing, that are rather providing more accessibility to our language and culture, that's the one we should dedicate our energy, spend our resources in promoting. Because while you do that, we are in the internet age, the digital age, more people will see the live. Check around TikTok. If you see any other teaching, more than 2 or 3 that is like what we are doing here, let us know. We are providing a very unique class, a very, very unique class for every Igbo son and daughter, and those who are being married to our community, and those who love us by affiliation and become part of us. Okay, yes, argument in the comment section helps every channel, and that is why our neighbors in Nigeria, they have learned this trick. Some people make videos on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok just to provoke Igbo people. Just say one nonsense about Igbo, you begin to bash them with God punish your mother and your father and all of those things. They are enjoying it. You think you are doing them anything bad? No, you are serving the purpose. So we've learned not to engage those posts. Rather, engage posts like this. When you come to a class like this, participate, so that you know that you're spending your time doing something useful, not just for yourself, but also for others. Okay? I know how the participation has been the past few weeks here. Today is low, and I'm talking about those on TikTok. Outside of those joining late, those that came in seem to be docile. Let's learn actively. Engage, ask questions, like, share. Do all of these things together. You can do them. Your brain is wired to work that way. That's the pride we have. We have excellent mental capacity, and we know how to develop it. Exactly. You keep insulting them, they are cashing out. All right. So n'ụbọchị taa, iji chịkọta ihe niile nke anyị rụtụrụ aka, anyị bidoro n'isiokwu nke a na-akpọ Nsokwunye na Mgbakwunye. Isiokwu a anyị ga-amụkwa ya n'izu na-abịa abịa. Anyị nwere ike ileba ya anya ihe ga-eru izu ụka 3 na 4 na-abịa abịa. This topic is a very, very important one in the learning of Igbo. Both those are learning to speak and those that are learning to write. Exactly, cheesy. All right. So if you are joining us for the first time, like a whole lot of you are joining for the first time today on TikTok, so many, do well by following us on TikTok and also follow us on YouTube, Omenka app. This video is going to be posted on YouTube and so that you can watch the entire. Thank you, Seku Foods. Thank you for the big heart. Appreciate that. Right. Then the other thing you should do is try and download the Menka app on your phone. Especially if you are an Igbo son or daughter growing up outside of Igbo land, you still have problem learning how to pronounce Igbo. Then the app is for everybody. It is very, very important that you have Omenka. It's our own. Omenka app is one of the very few apps that have been developed targeted at the preservation of Igbo language. I don't know any other. We know we have a few other apps that people have designed, which we also encourage. But our own focus is the preservation of Igbo language. And when we preserve, we are not sure that what we have preserved can never be lost, can never die. So how we preserve is by documenting. So we're documenting Igbo language, Igbo culture, Igbo lifestyle, everything in the app. But it has been a very slow but steady effort we're making, okay? And because of that, we need the input of users. We need feedbacks from you to see how our app is doing. Omenka app is our name, is the name of the app, is the name of all of our accounts on social media, okay? So this app, the session you go to is the word search section. It's a very useful resource for you who are learning how to speak. We also have the proverbs. We also have the articles, the edemede, okay? YouTube is saying Omenkab is Abga. Okay, it's our own. All right. Yes, this is our own. All right. Thank you, Ari Gem 83. I sense you are not Igbo primarily. How are you affiliated to Igbo? And thanks for joining today. So go ahead and follow. Go ahead and download the app. We are here every Monday, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Nigerian time. I agree. Your husband is Igbo. I believe you have interest in learning the language of your husband, and that's why you are finding this an interesting class. If you have children, this is a resource that will help your children to get enculturated. And tell your husband about it. So many Igbo men, like we talk about, who are living overseas, they have not done well. Many, like very, very many, okay? They have not really done well in enculturating their children, their families into Igbo. The reason is because we travel so much and we tend to get disconnected from our culture. So many of us who are Christians, we believe that what is much more important to us is going to church every Sunday and reading the Bible and preparing our soul for heaven. But none of us wants to die young. We want to spend our time here on earth making things messed. The question is, you that are busy preparing your soul for heaven and the mansions that you're going there, what have you used the life that you are given to do? If God will ask you any question about however you lived your life on the planet Earth, one of the questions will be, how did you treat your identity? He's going to ask you that, I believe. Because if he is the one that gave us identity, the cultural identity, which is the one that lasts above every other thing, is the primary identity we have before we became anything, we should be ensured that God is concerned about that identity. And that's why we plead with us. As much as you consume whatever gospel according to the faith you have and the church you belong to, know that that does not take the place of your primary identity, who you are as an Igbo person or a person who is now affiliated to Igbo culture. This is who we are. If God didn't want us to be different people like he created every human, he wouldn't create people like that. Human beings wouldn't have been diverse. Diversity is part of human culture. and we must maintain our own. Igbo people are one of the easiest people to convince to buy other people's culture, hook, line, and sinker, dropping their own, only retaining it in wearing ishago and nkalari, as we call it in our own place. We have come into the world and to the time and age of awareness. We have to do it by ourselves. Nobody will teach us. The world is busy removing us from their history, as is happening in Nigeria. If Nigeria is segregating us, if Nigeria is pushing us away, we cannot push ourselves away, but we're doing that by not, inculturating ourselves and our children. UJ, best in there. You're welcome. In Abia na Zoge. Manama na tabu gị nke mbụ ị na-abịa, anyị na-anabata gị ndewo. Mege gwa ya Igbo gị. So today, ihe anyị mụrụ bụ Nsokwunye na Mgbakwunye. We'll continue in this topic next week. Please catch us here next week, Monday, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Nigerian time. Okay. If you need a customized class, if you think you do, go to our website, go to resources, you will fill a form, and then we would assign a teacher to you. But other than that, every other resource we have today is free. And when you come to this class, participate, join in liking, join in sharing, join in giving gifts if you have. It is important for this program to grow. It's very important.